So we've got our invisible buttons all set up, but they don't do anything yet. If we test the movie, we'll see that those areas go hot, but if we click on them, nothing happens. So what we need to do is use the instance names that we created for these, button day and button night, in writing some more action script where we can assign functions to these buttons. So let's go ahead and do that. So to get the action script back, you have to make sure that you click on the frame 1 and the actions blank keyframe there with the little A on it, and then we see our stop command that we had written. So go ahead and jump over to Firefox or whatever browser you use, and if you go to the blog, our famous blog here, and go to how to jump around the timeline, I've copied out the code basically that we're using for this. So I'll go ahead and pull that up there and copy it, jump back to Flash, and I'll just go ahead and paste it here. Oops, I don't need that extra stop, so I just need one stop. That's plenty. And I'm going to change the instance name here, so I called this button day. So I'm going to go here and change this to button day. And day is going to take us to frame 5. So I'm going to switch this to 5. Alright. And what I'm going to do before I go on to night is I'm not going to assume that I got this correct. I'm going to go ahead and test the movie and see if that first bit of navigation works. And let's go ahead and do that. So start 1, that looks good, hot, hot. Now I'm going to click on 10, nothing happens. But I go to day, it takes me through, and it doesn't stop there because there's no stop on frame 5. So quit that. Let's go to frame 5. On the actions layer, insert a blank keyframe. With that selected, I can go over to the actions palette and write a stop. 2 parentheses and then the semicolon. Test my movie again, and it stops on day 5 now. So we've just tested our first movie, and we've also troubleshot the first bit of it that we got day 5 to stop. Now, interestingly enough, if you notice, the InvisoButton layer is extended all the way out. And so we're on day 5, but these buttons, these invisible buttons, are still hanging out there on the stage. And let's say we don't want them there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and insert a blank keyframe right here on frame 2 on the InvisoButton layer. And that way it clears the stage, so no more invisible buttons. Those buttons only exist on frame 1, and they're totally gone after that, but they won't show up anymore. So that's very important to learn how to clear your stage when you want to. And let's see, I think I'll just go ahead and call it good for there, and then we'll come back in the next video and we'll add in our second button.